taking over the world one nerd at a time. Total Nerd Takeover.
Hello, Chris Gray from tnert.com, and today I'm going to be talking about keeping your phone protected and looking sexy at the same time. At least we hope it's going to look good. So, as you all know, watching all the videos, I love my iPhone 6 Plus, and I wanted to get a case that would give it some kind of protection, at least for the back, and give it some kind of personality, some kind of style without adding too much bulk. And I hope I found the right case for the job. Now, I got this on Amazon for about $10. It's called the Ulak, I believe that's how you pronounce it, the Ulak Lumenair series. Now the idea of this case is to protect your phone, size and back, and you're going to have the ability of a flash that illuminates the back of the phone whenever you get a notification. You go into your phone settings, go into accessibility, you can turn on the flash setting, so when you get a phone call or a text message, the flash will go off on your phone, and it's supposed to make this back of this case light up. So we're going to unbox this thing, we're going to put it all together and see what it does. So we have an instruction manual. You know how I feel about instruction manuals. We also have a front piece of plastic to protect the front of the iPhone. It also has like the squeegee, so you can work those air bubbles out, because we know how much we love those air bubbles. Oh, they're a pain. And it also has this cloth for wiping off any lint. Now luckily I have my own microfiber cloth, and I always recommend cleaning your device front and back before putting anything on it. Now I'm not really concerned with this front piece here. Yeah, I can never get them on right anyway, so I'm not really worried about that. I don't like the feel of plastic on the front of my screen anyway. Unless it's a glass protector, I don't want to touch it. Okay, so looking at the actual part that I'm really excited about is the back part, which is supposed to illuminate. Now here we have this this rubbery material here that's probably going to go around the base of the phone, and I'm assuming that that's what's going to light up. We'll see. And then we have the plastic back. It's black lined for this particular model, and it has this piece of chrome, which I'm imagining is for reflecting the light, that's covering the camera, the flash for the camera. And as far as I know, it twists so that you can use the flash when you want to take a picture. So that's really important. When you want to take a picture, you can slide it out of the way, take your picture. When you want to have that flashy light effect on your camera, just slide it up so it blocks the flash. Okay, so let's put it together. You take this rubbery piece here, and you want to line up the volume mute rocker here, or I'm sorry, the rocker here. You want to put this around the edge of your phone like so. And now we're going to place it into the back plastic case. And I would recommend going volume rockers first and then working this thing around. And you're going to really have to push this thing down good because it's a tight fit. All right, make sure you get that in real good. And it should look something like this. You can see the rubber around here. There's the black side. And there's the back. The volume rockers are accessible. The power button is accessible, and the mute button is the silent switch is accessible. Although it's recessed in, so you're going to have to really stick your finger in there. It's not really easy to get to, I'm not going to lie. It is not easy to get to, so you might not want to cut your fingernails. Ew. Okay, so let's see if we can make the back of this thing light up. What you're going to have to do to get the LED flash alerts to work is you're going to have to go into your settings, go to General, go to Accessibilities, and scroll down to LED flash alerts. Something else to keep in mind is I'm running on iOS 8, so yours may be a little bit different depending on which operating system you're running when you watch this recording. So once you get that set up, when you get a text notification or a call, that light it's supposed to light up, which I'm going to show you in a second. However, your phone has to be the screen has to be in standby mode, so it has to look like this. It has to look black in standby mode. Okay, so what I'm going to do for the sake of getting this thing going is I'm going to turn the flash on and see what kind of lights we're going to have here. Ooh, scary, but it looks cool. How cool does that look? The whole back of the phone is glowing. That is awesome. And I believe there's different colors you can get. This one here, I think, is the clear. I think there's maybe there's a blue or something else. But you can check out the Amazon link it's our Amazon affiliate link down in the description, where you can purchase it from us, and we'll get a little kickback. There's no extra cost to you. It just helps to support the studio. And that's pretty cool. It glows. It's pretty bright. And it makes you look scary when you do this. Ooh, I'm so scary looking. Ah. So yeah, that's pretty cool. The only thing I notice is, if you can see in the camera, let me see if I can change the angle slightly. You can see there's these weird lines in the back of the case. I don't know. I tried to wipe it out and I couldn't get it wiped. Maybe I'll get some kind of like LED wet nap. See if I can wipe that out. I don't know if that's a manufacturing issue or if that's just, I just need to clean it a little bit better. But I had to pull it apart and give it a good cleaning. Something to keep in mind is this is going to kill your battery. If you leave it lighting on, like I have the flashlight turned on at the moment, and you can see it's pretty bright there. And that's going to kill your battery if you do what I'm doing right now. Not to mention the fact that the heat, that there might be a little bit of a heat issue from the LED. Shouldn't be terrible, you know, considering it is an LED light on the iPhone 6 Plus. This case is also available on the iPhone 6 as well. So that's pretty cool. Now there's another added bonus which I did not know about, and I'm going to see if I leave this on for a few minutes, and I'm going to show you. So give me a second. Okay, so I let the LED run for a little while. I don't know if you can kind of see the green glow. What's really cool about that rubber that goes around the iPhone is that that rubber is a glow-in-the-dark material. So when you're running that for a while, or you leave this thing sit out in the sun, it's going to glow, and you can't really see it in the front, but you can see it a little bit in the back. All right, there you have it. That's the Ulak Lumenair case. Pretty cool, right? I hope I didn't scare anybody with all the lights out. Scary. A couple of things I want to mention is that it doesn't add a whole lot of bulk to your iPhone 6 Plus or to your iPhone 6. One thing I did notice, though, is that the buttons feel, I don't want to say they feel cheap, but they don't feel very solid, which is understandable considering that there is a glow-in-the-dark plastic barrier. It also gives you just enough distance off the front screen, so if you lay it flat, your screen won't touch a flat surface. The other thing to mention is that a lightning port is a little bit deep, and so is the headphone jack. Now, if you're using a standard Apple Lightning cable, you shouldn't have. I didn't have any problem plugging my iPhone in, but it does create a little bit more of a depth, and it does kind of, it's actually pretty good. You should be able to be fine if you're using a third party. The only thing I will say, though, I'm a little bit worried about the headphone jack. Now, my earpods that came with the iPhone work just fine, but if you have a third-party headset with a thicker plastic around that 3.5 millimeter jack, it might not fit in that little hole. And I'll give you a close-up of that so you can see what I'm talking about. You can see there's a little bit of a depth and thickness issue. Not so much with the lightning cable. Lightning cable should be okay. Although I'm using third-party lightning cables that actually light up. When you plug in, they actually run juice through them, and the LEDs the light kind of runs through them. They won't fit in here because they're square, and this is a round hole. You got the grill cutouts, and you also have a little cutout here so you can put one of those wrist straps through. I'll show you that real quick. Put the wrist straps through, so if you're holding your phone, you don't have to worry about dropping it. Again, the flash is accessible by pulling that chrome piece down. You can use the flash again, and then you pull it back up. And every time you get a notification now, you're going to look too cool for school when the phone lights up. Very cool, right? Yes. The other thing I wanted to mention about this case is getting the phone out of this case is a real pain in the backside. You kind of have to work off the plastic first. This is tricky. Without breaking your phone or bending it. Oh, bending it. Don't want to say anything about bending an iPhone 6 Plus, do we? And kind of work your way around, starting at one of the corners, and kind of get your fingers around on this rubber. Separate it. Separate this from that. And pull the rubber piece off. And now you're free to use a different case. So that's a little bit tricky. Understandable. Pretty solid case, gives you good protection with a really extra awesome added feature of glowing. And like I said, if you'd like to purchase this from our affiliate link, it'll be in the description. Help support us here at the studio. You can find out everything we do at teenerdt.com. Hope you had a great time and enjoyed this video as much as I did recording it. I'll see you guys next time for another video.